Welcome to ClusterCast, going it alone together. I'm Kevin, founder of the Cluster co-working and event space in Summertown, mostly winging it with enthusiasm, questionable choices and industrial strength imposter syndrome. After starting my business solo, the advice of other going it alone entrepreneurs kept me sane, so I'm chatting to Oxford's indie business heroes. It's cheaper than therapy and far more fun. Join me as we trade stories, compare battle scars and revel in the joyful chaos of building something from nothing, together, even when we pretend we're doing it alone. So we're back for our second podcast in our series, the ClusterCast, and Jason has very kindly agreed to come and be my second guest. So welcome to the podcast, Jason.
Thank you, Kevin.
Jason, you run a photography agency called FyreFly. What I'm trying to do in this series of podcasts, I'm trying to find out a bit more about independent businesses, excuse me, and specifically how they came about, some advice for people that are thinking of starting up, which mostly is me telling them not to do it because it's terrifying. So really the first question is, tell us a bit about FyreFly, how it came about, and sort of walk us through where it all started, because I think you've been doing it a fair amount of time now.
Well, I won't give you my entire life story, but
You can if you want.
So 1974 in Portsmouth.
Yeah.
So I originally came to Oxford. I went to Brooks, studied learning disability nursing degree.
Okay.
And that'll become important in a minute when you think about communication, people with a learning disability, how you may understand what they're trying to tell you.
Yeah.
And the story of photography. And I'm going to start talking about videography as well.
Okay, great.
I'm a photographer.
I'm already intrigued, actually.
And a videographer, yeah.
Brilliant.
And then I've always been a musician, and I was playing in various bands in and around Oxford, and joined a band called Fixers in late 2008,
God, that was a long time ago.
2009, something like that. Doing okay in the NHS. I'm nowhere near cameras at this point, holding them. The band, and we ended up signing a record deal with Universal.
Wow.
We were actually on Vertigo, which was, and the year that we lost Ozzy, Vertigo was his first record label, Black Sabbath's first label. But also Dire Straits, so, you know.
This is a massive claim to fame, isn't it? It's impressive. Blimey, I didn't know this about you.
So we toured a lot, and on tour there's a lot of downtime. And I've told this story a few times to various people, but there's a green room when you're touring, and there are temptations within the green room that are not healthy.
On the rider, is that and other stuff?
Yeah.
And other stuff, yeah. Okay.
You can put whatever you want on your rider.
I think I know where you're going.
And so after a few months, I'm like, I'm going to die. I'm starting to stare my mortality in the face. I need to do something, because you arrive in a city, you sound check, and then you can have hours, sometimes 6, 7, 8 hours, and then the show's really late. So I bought a little camera and a little point and shoot. I think it was in Olympus.
Wow.
And just started documenting the tour.
Well, you just got that whilst you were on tour from a shop or something? Or just,
yeah.
Because I guess there was no, well, there was Amazon, but I guess you would have just bought it from a shop.
Do you know what? I can't remember.
You still got it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it still works as well.
Really?
So after a while, there's only so many tour bus adventures, so many dingy back rooms. So much street photography, interesting architecture.
It sounded glamorous, and now it doesn't quite sound so glamorous.
So that's maybe that's a whole nother podcast.
The truth behind the tour bus.
What goes on.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I've got an access or a AAA access pass.
Nice.
I can go into the photographer's pit.
Okay.
Whoever we were playing with, if we were supporting or who were supporting us, I started taking the photographs.
So just
of the bands,
sort of almost by chance,
just wandered in and went, you know. And I was like, I noticed because I'd been on stage, I kind of knew where they may or may not go, and the shapes they might not pull,
where the lights might be. Yeah. Okay.
And then going back to that communication thing and people with a learning disability, I noticed my photography, I was quite focused on faces, interested in the faces that were being pulled by a drummer, by a singer, by a guitarist.
That'd be really interesting, actually. Yeah.
And my photography seemed to be a little bit different.
Okay.
Anyway, so we were on Universal. We then fell out with Universal in spectacular
as everyone
style.
does. Yeah.
Well, comes a moment when you have to compromise if you want to make that next step, and if you're not willing to, then a major label's probably not for you.
Yeah.
So I went back into the NHS. We set up our own label to release our second album, but the NHS was just austerity. Yeah. This isn't a political podcast. We're not Rory Stewart.
No, but we all know
Alexander Campbell.
Thank God.
But oh dear, it was carnage, and I the NHS that I had worked in was very
totally
different.
Yeah.
Risk was everywhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to be a part of this. Someone's going to make a mistake.
Yeah.
I'm in a management position. That will be on me.
Yeah.
There's no support. All the great, in the media, whilst I was off touring and whatever, all the brilliant people that I knew had gone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. But a massive cultural change to go from NHS to photography, singing, record deals.
I was
NHS.
bass player.
Yeah. Sorry, not singing.
Bass player with auto tune.
Still.
look up Fixers on Spotify.
Okay. No, I will do.
Tidal.
Brilliant. Fixers spelled
Fixers.
Perfect.
If you like the Beach Boys crossed dance music.
Nice. Oh, right. Definitely listening.
That's the
to
band for you.
Yeah. Perfect.
So I was like, okay, I need to get out of this. What am I going to do? And I'd been carried on photographing. I still had some connections locally and in London with music industry people, promoters, bands, whatever. And I'd realised I actually quite enjoyed it. And then I was like, maybe I can make a living out of this.
Okay.
So hatched this amazing plan in 2019 to become an event and live performance photographer with band promo attached to it. This is 4 months before COVID. So I launched FyreFly Studios. I got a studio out in Burford in the Cotswolds because there seemed to be a gap out there. There were no studios.
Yep.
There was no the type of photography I was going to offer.
Yeah.
Because you see like West Oxfordshire, the Cotswolds, it's changing hugely. Yeah. Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah, I know. They just moved. Are they moving? I think their house has been built, isn't it? Their enormous mansion has been built,
So I was like, go there because I can see what's going to happen. Then literally everything shut down. Yeah. So that whole adventure, I had to pause it.
Jeez.
But for a lot of people, I think COVID took, but it also gave, and it forced me to evolve.
Yeah.
There is, I'm going to name check Gemma Finch, landlady of the Angel in Burford, came to me and said, do you do food photography? In that sort of weird period when the world was starting to open up again. I was like, of course I do.
I'll do anything.
I've done loads of that. Brilliant. Love it.
It's a bit of a blag.
Love food.
Yeah.
Love photography.
Yeah. What's not to like?
Yeah. So then we planned this shoot. The food came into this space and I looked through the lens, through the viewfinder, and my camera went, oh God, this is really hard.
It's a totally different thing, isn't it? Photographing.
The camera sees all.
Yeah.
And anyway, I just evolved. I had to, because I'm self-taught, as I think a lot of photographers. So I don't know many that actually went to school.
Go to a college or
you could
maybe
do degrees
an apprenticeship and stuff.
But yeah, I mean, I do wonder sometimes whether I should go.
Really? After all this time, though?
Yeah, whether you should. I mean, it's like musicians say, if you go and get classically trained, does it change you? You become a math.
I was going to say, then you become a bit more sort of less free-spirited, I suppose. You just become a bit more, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get yourself back to college as well.
Martin Parr, did you see in the news that amazing
photographer? He just passed away, didn't he?
Documenter, yeah. He was a great one for just grab your camera and go and take photos.
I think they're the best kind of photos. I mean, I think more and more people are doing that now with that. I mean, it's frustrating.
Everyone's a photographer.
But they're not though. But they think they are. Yeah. Everyone thinks they're a photographer.
Yeah. So that was it. The world opened back up. So have I been going a long time? Yes, I launched in 2019, but I've really only been doing it properly since 2022.
But having met you, I think I met you, I think it was through Independent Oxford.
Yeah.
You came to one of our meetups.
Shout out to Independent
Oxford.
Yeah,
yeah, they had a shout out at the last one. They're brilliant, actually.
Yeah.
And then you came along. I think you were the only photographer. And then I think more and more people started to come along. It's quite interesting, more photographers.
Yeah.
And it felt to me, from the stuff I read online and the stuff you post on Instagram, that you had been around a long time. Established, I think, is the polite word.
If that's the
that's the
impression
vibe you're giving off. Yeah,
then I'm happy with that. But once we all broke free, climbed out of the wreckage of COVID and went, what happened there then?
Yeah.
I'd changed as a photographer.
Okay.
And I think you have to now, and especially in the last probably year and a half, you've got to add in videography. Because I think the big thing I learned is it's not about me, which is really annoying because I thought it was always about me. It's about your client. Yeah. And what do they want? And they want quite often photography and videography.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've discovered with this podcast, because I've done a podcast before. It's always been audio. And I guess I'm not the demographic for sort of chewing up sort of YouTube videos, but actually more and more people are engaging with podcasts as videos.
We're on video now, aren't we?
We are.
Can I just say I just cycled across town, which is why I look like this.
So did I. I didn't.
Don't cut that out, Jack. Leave that in, please.
Yeah, I've just done a 70-hour workout. No, I haven't.
Also, I'm old. I'm 51, so
give over. I'm not that far off myself.
Give over. It is over.
I was going to say we're well over the hill. So I'm also sort of asking if you could go back to the start of FyreFly, and you've told us that it all sort of started pre-COVID. What would you tell your slightly sort of more sort of younger, slightly maybe more doughy-eyed self when you started the business? What would you tell yourself if you were starting that business now with what you know, sort of however many years later?
Research why it's a bad idea to launch a business when there's a global pandemic.
A pandemic, yeah. Although I suppose no one had really considered doing that, whereas now there's a ton of information about it. Yeah.
Do you know what? I think for anyone who's going into commercial image making, join a business network.
Yeah.
I wish I'd known sooner. So Independent Oxford's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm a member of one out in the Cotswolds.
Yeah.
Cotswolds Business Connect.
And sorry to interrupt. Do you know why you didn't, or was it just because you didn't know about them?
Didn't know about them.
Okay.
Yeah. So what these networks should do is hire content creators to come and film and photograph what they do, so
to
that
show
they
how
can
good
promote.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've met so many brilliant people.
Same.
Yeah. Well, Independent Oxford's a good example.
Yeah.
Across the piece, not just to get work, but also to share the adventure.
Yeah, and also, I mean, from my point of view, I mean, I've always been a bit scared of the networking word just because it makes me feel a bit itchy.
Yeah.
But it's really quite organic. Like when we have our Independent Oxford meetups, it's all quite organic. It's quite straightforward. There's no name badges. I think we had name badges.
Have
I think
you
we
heard
had
of
name stickers once. But
I joined through when I was starting to establish myself out in West Oxfordshire and kind of, is it Gloucestershire, the next one? Sort of Cheltenham way.
Yeah.
I go towards London, down towards Brighton now. I cover, and I've been into Europe as well.
Wide area.
Yeah. So you're just like, it's a shame you can't have more than one Google business pin.
Yeah.
I'd have them all over the place if I could. That I joined. It's called BNI.
Yeah, I've heard of
Network International.
Don't they do it at 6 a.m. though?
Well, there's a lot of kind of myths about what it is. If you join the right group, it's the literal opposite of the more relaxed version.
Okay.
It's got a system. It's got measures. It's got the points that you score for attending meetings and making referrals. Yeah, it's heavily regimented.
Like Weight Watchers.
But when you look at the stats, if you get the right mix in a group, it really works.
It works.
It totally
I've heard that from
works.
quite a few people actually.
Yeah. But if you've got, because you can visit other groups.
Yeah.
I won't name the group. It was not in this region, but I went to visit another one. It was utter genius, and the guy running it was literally David Brent from The Office. I was like, I love
but
this.
not in a funny way. He genuinely
had no
didn't
insight.
realise he was.
No,
That's
but
brilliant.
I was just like, and they
that's one of the best things.
Yeah, their group. The dynamic was very odd, and I could see it wasn't for me, but it seemed to work for them.
So I think I'll definitely put a shout out for Independent Oxford on. I always do anyway, but also the other ones you mentioned.
Cotswolds Business Connect.
Yeah.
And the Cotswolds networking. So I'm mainly focused out that way.
Yeah.
As I try, because I think I'm known. Like if you Google search me and search photographer in Oxford.
Yeah.
On maps, which I think is how most people look.
That's how they're doing
I come up quite high now.
Great. Well
So I like take care of my Google business suite with my reviews.
You really
and
have
stuff.
to. It's a full-time job, though, isn't it? Yeah.
Treat it like social
changing.
media.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So join that. If I could tell myself in 2019,
let's get the support.
One thing,
get the support.
go and join a business
and
network.
peer support. Yeah. Okay. And so with FyreFly Studios, what does a really good day look like for you? Because obviously I can never say this word. You're photographing food, artists, politicians. It's quite vast what you're doing. So what does a good day look like for FyreFly Studios? And I suppose the reverse of that is, what is a particularly bad day, I suppose? Apart from no work.
That's a good question. I don't know. My disposition, I don't really have bad days.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I think that's my DNA. I don't have time to get. There are certain things that I get that grind my gears. I think we might touch on it, but when I come across photographers or videographers working for free or selling their product too cheap, and I'm like, come on, you guys.
Yeah.
And so in that, if I come across it during a working day, I foresee that will bother me, because I want all photographers to be successful and get paid.
And be
there's
paid properly. Yeah.
There's enough work for people.
There really is.
All of us.
Yeah.
There really is. And a good day, I think, waking up alive.
That's a win then.
Yeah.
We're both winning,
Like,
right, today?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, when you
I like
hit,
that outlook.
when you hit a certain age, you definitely
Just grateful that you've got another day.
there's a clock ticking.
Oh, don't. It is like that clock. It's like that clock in is it the crocodile that swallows it?
Yeah. It's like that.
in
Yeah,
Peter
in
Pan,
Peter Pan. Yeah.
You can just hear it the whole time.
But I think I read the This is a caper. It's an adventure. What I like about it is it's the people.
Yeah.
It's trying to get better at what I do because I've got so much further to go. When I look at people that I really respect as image makers, I'm so far off what they do, and I am quite competitive.
Yeah,
I might not come across like that, but I am, and I want to be as good as them.
Yeah,
but it's meeting people like you, Kevin.
Oh, thanks.
I that interaction, learning about people, understanding what they do, stealing their ideas if they've done something amazing, and I'm like, that. But and then I, again, I'll loop this back round to working with people who've got a learning disability. And someone with a learning disability won the Turner Prize yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that. It's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. Did she have autism?
I think she's on the autistic spectrum, but also has a learning disability. Because the two aren't mutually exclusive.
I haven't actually seen her work, so I need to look at her work.
It's worth a look. And so it's about communication again. I think photography, we're staying really. I'm dating this podcast by saying who won the Turner Prize. Martin Parr died last week.
Yeah,
but he is a great communicator. He was really amazing. Go and look if you haven't heard of him. Look up his work.
Yeah,
he was so good at just capturing a moment and what people, their lived experience was. And I think when I'm photographing people, it's communicating with them, supporting them in front of a camera, which for a lot of people is not a comfortable place to be. But I'm genuinely interested in what people do.
And I think that probably makes the difference to when you're having a photograph taken. Sorry to interrupt. I think that probably makes the difference, knowing that the person behind isn't just, it's not click and shoot. They actually care about what they're presenting.
Yeah.
They care about you. They care about how you're coming across. And it is quite a nerve-wracking thing.
Yeah. We learned, so not long after Fixers, we started our label adventure. We worked with a photographer, again, I won't mention them, but they weren't great communicators, and the shoot wasn't particularly
painful,
pleasant, and you can see it.
You can sense it,
Yeah, and there was one photo, the only photo we used from this very expensive shoot was one where he'd bleached our faces out as part of an artistic kind of approach, and we were like, yeah, that one.
That's the one.
So we didn't use any of the others, and that's a learning experience for me. You have to take care of your talent.
Yeah, and what I might ask you to do actually is we might do a reel when we post this podcast, and actually do a reel of some of your favourite images from your favourite photographers, just so people can get a taste of the kind of work that you really enjoy as well. And also, everybody loves looking at photos, right? So, and images. So this one's a bit of this next question is a bit odd. So what's the strangest or most random thing that you've ever Googled whilst you've been building your business? And it can, last week, just to give you a clue, we had Waffle Stomp, which I'm sure everybody knows about now.
Waffle Stomp?
Yeah.
What's Waffle Stomp?
Oh, I'm going to have to repeat it now, aren't I? It's basically,
I
know I started it. In the float pod world, when people decide to have a shower and then need to get rid of something, they stomp it into the drain. So that was what Hannah from Madeira Awareness had to look up.
Right.
Well, she didn't. In all fairness, she didn't look it up. She was just starting up, and she wanted to be in the conversation with the other float pod owners and understand what the hell they were talking about. So, but it doesn't have to be that weird. But I'm intrigued.
Okay, so I'll say the word snoot.
Okay,
and I'll leave it at that.
So let people Google it.
Yeah, let people Google snoot.
Okay. Is it an SFW? Is it not safe for work?
It's absolutely 100% safe. It depends what you prefix it with.
Okay.
But it's SNOOT.
SNOOT. That's what I'm doing as soon as I come off this podcast.
Snoot.
So, okay, great. Thank you. I'm slightly nervous about that, but yeah. So you've already talked about sort of how you like to engage with people when you're photographing them, and I'm imagining you're the kind of person that has some sort of ritual or something you do on a daily basis, not necessarily a ritual, but a sort of habit which keeps you sane or vaguely sane. I was saying to Hannah last week that mine is just going outside and standing on the grass. It sounds a bit weird, but it just grounds me in the morning. It's easy, it's quick, it doesn't involve anybody else when I'm tired and I don't want to talk to people in the morning. So is there anything you do to prepare yourself for a shoot, or is it just every day's different, every client's different, I have to just adapt?
Do you know what a B-52 cocktail shot is?
No, but I'd quite like one here right now.
Yeah, it would be. It would go in one of these.
It wasn't in there, okay. If we can hide it in a mug, I'm down.
Just to be clear, that's not alcohol.
No, it's not, sorry.
I think for me personally, it's the adventure. That's enough for me. It's going out, because I'm very lucky. I get to meet people from across the business spectrum.
Yeah.
From sole traders like me all the way through to big corporates.
Yeah.
And everybody in between. And, you know, I will always talk again about my experiences working with people who've got a learning disability, because they're and I still work with charities quite a lot.
Yeah.
There's one in Brighton called Carousel. Huge shout out to Carousel. Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
And so they're an arts charity run by and for people with a learning disability. I'm actually going on Friday to Wakehurst Gardens.
Oh, it's beautiful. Part of
Kew
Kew Gardens. Yeah, I used to work at Kew Gardens.
Oh, did you?
So yeah,
okay.
Wakehurst is stunning.
I've never been there. So
you're going to absolutely love it.
They're working with the London Philharmonic.
Give it a full day if you can.
Oh,
unless you've got
sadly,
another
they
shoot
can't afford
afterwards.
me for a full day.
Or just go and enjoy it. Just go and enjoy it without photographing.
So I'm filming. We're making a film. They're partnering up with the London Philharmonic.
Wow.
And they're recording soundscapes and stuff like that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So I'm still connected to people with a learning disability, because I think if you understand, if you can communicate, and especially it's a spectrum of people with more profound learning disability. It's about verbal and non-verbal communication.
Yeah.
That taught me so much about how to engage with people.
Yeah.
And that everyone's got a story to tell, even if maybe you don't use words, if you have to use signs or you use picture boards or whatever.
Yeah.
And so when I go and meet a client for the first time, whether it's a discovery call or just, can you come to our company today? People are just infinitely fascinating.
Yeah.
And that's
and I think that's what you were
this.
saying earlier on, that it's just the variety of different people that you see.
Yeah.
And that's partly why at the cluster, that's what I love, that we get to meet different people all the time. I mean, we have repeat customers who are here regularly, and it's really fascinating just seeing different people and their stories.
Most people, I think, the news, whatever's going on at the moment, some difficult times for a lot of people. My experience is there's so many more nice,
good,
brilliant,
most people
amazing
are good if you
people.
just give them time. And you just, I agree. It's just that the news just is on a doom scroll of all the awful stuff.
Yeah,
but
clickbait.
there are some amazing people.
There
No,
really are. Yeah, and some there's so many I'm inspired by, especially local and regional business people, whether they are a sole trader or they've got a company or whatever. Incredible, amazing. Yeah.
We're drawing towards the end. You're lucky because you've got a random question coming up, another one. But this one is more just for people that are thinking about taking the leap into starting their own indie business. Obviously, you've already talked about don't do it before a pandemic. Yeah. But is there any other advice? Just get on and do it. Just jump.
I guess.
And obviously, you talked about joining a network as well, or at least
try and find allies. Because I think if there's another co-working space who you might perceive as your enemy or your nemesis or whatever, and as a photographer, videographer, content creator, digital miner, whatever I am, being aware of your competitors, you see them as that. They're not.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're offering exactly the same as someone else, and the quality is exactly the same, then they probably are a competitor.
Yeah.
But actually, they're allies. There are some brilliant photographers. So in Oxford, you've got in independent Oxford, Laura Green.
Yeah. She came and did some dog photography here for the dog event.
She's brilliant. Ronnie Allen is amazing. Sarah Halliday.
She does a lot of food photography, doesn't she?
And Rachel Movitz. They're all great, but we're all slightly different. We all offer slightly different things. There's a guy called Ian Woolman as well, who's off the scale. Brilliant.
I've seen his work actually.
He's amazing.
I've seen all the others' work. But
he's like, he does big brands. He's worked for Audi but they're all really annoying because I hate them because they're amazing, but they're also really supportive and kind. And nice.
You just can't hate them enough then.
So if you're starting out, I like to have a nemesis. I like somebody to
keeps you going, right?
Yeah. Like, damn you, I want to be better than you. So I don't want these people to be nice because
I'm sure they can change that if they're listening. Yeah. Next time you see them, they'll be absolutely vile.
But they're so kind and nice and generous with their advice. Yeah. Whether we geek out, so Jack, we're going to talk about that camera after this. Your basic gear geek out, or I'm stuck with a client, or I'm trying to work on some lighting. Anyone got any tips or ideas? Again, my competitive nature, I think when I started out, I was like, I'm not going to engage with anyone. I'm going to do it my way.
Be the best.
It's about human connection.
But you've also, I mean, I hope you don't mind me saying, I've witnessed that you've sort of brought other people on as well. So you've supported other photographers when you've been needing an extra pair of hands, and you haven't been able to get. You're obviously quite busy and your calendar's quite full. So I've seen you support other photographers as well. So and sort of draw them on and introduce them to new photography that they're not used to doing. If they're used to doing studio photography. I know that you've supported other people, with on-site photography and things like that. So I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, you have to. I think I am still like if I'm pitching for something and I maybe know that another photographer is, then my competitive nature will kick back in.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, and I've had approaches from other photographers.
Yeah.
Some academic institutions as well will send students my way and say,
Okay.
can you, if I had more time, I probably
it's always time,
would.
isn't it? It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing it all yourself.
Yeah.
Set up, set down, photography, client liaison, it's tough.
Yeah, and in this world, I mean, you've got to mention AI. I think that supporting photographers and videographers supporting each other now more than ever, I think we'll be okay.
I think you will, because also, I mean, I'm going to do an article. It's called AI Beg Your Pardon, because I asked AI to create an image for me, for a holding image for YouTube.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So 2 existing images. My God, I'll show you in a bit.
AI
it's
slot.
Truly awful,
Yeah, it's
like
terrible.
beyond awful. It doesn't even look like me. I've got a forehead that's about 7 foot high.
I'm away from. I think we use
shocking.
Good photographers are using AI in part of their workflow, their edit.
Yeah, but just you've got to
Flow
use it very
particularly.
carefully. Very carefully.
And it kind of, I don't think it even matters which industry you're in.
Yeah.
At the moment, we will crave human connection.
Yeah,
We will crave
always.
truth and honesty in image creation. It's going to play a part. So I think more than ever, photographers and videographers need to connect with each other.
Well, they're just documenting society and documenting people, and I think that through since time began, that's what people have wanted. Being able to take photos. If it's drawing on a cave or massively important.
Yeah.
So the very final question. Thank you so much for coming on today. It's been really fascinating, and I could talk to you for hours. Genuinely, it's a random quickfire question. And last week's was a bit odd. If you didn't see it, it was chips, cheese, beans, or chips, beans, cheese.
Right.
If I've said that right, a bit random. And then Hannah told me that she didn't eat cheese, so that slightly ruined that question. So this is just purely just humour me. Basically, this is for me. So leave toast to cool and then put the butter on, or butter and be damned.
So many variables there,
Oh,
Kevin.
okay. Well, let's go toast, white bread.
White bread.
White toast, white bread.
Okay,
white
cheap
toast.
or expensive? Sourdough?
Oh, no, not sourdough. We're going to go cheap. We're going to go cheap, soft, pillow bread.
What level of toasting?
3.
Okay.
But that's 3 minutes. I never knew that, apparently. I just
it?
I thought they're minutes. Oh.
Hey.
Get out, quickly!
Your toast is ready.
As if by magic, yeah. So you still have to answer the question.
Butter, salted, unsalted,
salted
Irish,
butter.
French.
It's more, I'm intrigued to know if you like the butter to be hard or soft, because I don't like soggy bread.
Depends entirely. There's too many variables.
Okay.
That's not a question I can answer easily. Depends on the time of day.
Yeah, okay.
Depends which day of the week.
You have toast not for breakfast? It's
No,
just a breakfast.
Coffee, banana.
Okay.
So no carbs before lunch.
Oh,
Can't do it.
okay.
I have
work.
2 daughters. Hello, Grace and Lottie.
Hi, Grace and Lottie.
They're always like, about 7, 8 o'clock at night, they said, you just stand in front of the fridge with the door open, just
wondering what to
staring
get.
in, like more than you do
Into the
anything. You're supposed
abyss.
to be editing or working or come watch a film or something. I'm like, just staring at the infinite impossibilities of what I'm going to put on my toast.
Your butter and toast. Well, I'm going to make you some toast one day, and we're going to see if you eat it. So listen, thank you so much. And we will post some stuff about FyreFly. I'd be really interested to see some of the photos. We can check you out on Instagram, which is
FyreFly Studios, Fire with a Y.
Fire with a Y, FYRE Fly Studios. And you also have a website as well, which I imagine is fireflystudios.com.
It is indeed.
Perfect. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks for listening to ClusterCast. If you've enjoyed today's dose of entrepreneurial honesty and mild chaos, do stick around for more. You can find the podcast wherever you get your podcasts, watch the episodes on our YouTube channel, or pop over to clusteroxford.co.uk for the full Cluster experience.